Hey guys, what's going on? Troy at Mountain Man Treasure here, and it looks like on the roller coaster, we're headed back up.
Mountain Man, Mountain Man.
Treasures.
Welcome into the channel, guys. My name is Troy. I'm a reseller in Montana. I go to garage sales and estate sales and thrift stores, and sometimes I even go with the retail arbitrage stuff, buy things out of the clearance aisle. I flip those on eBay, and we talk about it all the time. eBay's a roller coaster. Some days are up, some days are down, and there's sometimes no real reasoning why. It just happens. You could be doing all the things you need to do. Everything you're doing is right, and the sales just don't come in. That happens. And I had a couple days at the front end of the week where things were not going great. You know, it was an okay weekend, and then I fell off a cliff for a couple of days and no real sales coming in. But then overnight, things started to pick up, and all of a sudden we're selling again. I can't explain it. Let's take a look at those sales. Only a handful of things headed out of the mountain, and we've got a lot of viewer sales in the mix. So thank you guys very much for that. I didn't think this one would stick around for long, and it did not. I guess the Duck of Liberty. I think it's pretty cool. It's headed to Elizabeth. Elizabeth, thank you so much for that. Then we've got the green with the purple mohawk duck, the punk duck, and it's headed to Gilda. Gilda, thank you very much for your purchase. Another viewer sale. You guys treat me very well. Thank you. Elton John. Saw him in concert, actually, years ago. An incredible showman, of course. Elton John at the MGM Grand in Las Vegas. It's a vintage pinback button, and I had a watcher on this one. Sent down an offer, and turns out it was to Holly. And Holly said she loves the channel and appreciated the offer sent out. So we will get that one sent off to you. Thank you so much for that. And then we've got our friend Marble coming in, and got a trio of ducks. We've got the Air Force duck, the Army duck, and the firefighter duck. Got the axe going on there, and very appropriate. Portion of the proceeds from every duck goes to the Gary Sinise Foundation, who does a lot of fantastic work with severely wounded first responders and veterans. So represented very well in that trio. And Marble has been picking up some of our vintage dinosaur figures. Got those from a viewer as well. Purchased those from a viewer. Great deal. And I'm a bit of a dinosaur nerd. This is a play school, if I remember correctly, and it's a Ceratosaurus. Yes, a Ceratosaurus. I think related to the Allosaurus. Came along before the Allosaurus, I think. But this is a cool figure. $6 plus shipping. And then we've got the ducks as well. So we'll combine that, and we'll get your shipping figured out and get you refunded for the difference for sure. We've got a vintage fishing lure here from Rapala, and I just stuck it. There we go. I just stuck it into my hand. This thing sold for $4.99 plus shipping. These are really cool if you find them. This is made out of balsa wood, so it's super, super light. Made, actually, I don't know if it says on there somewhere. It's probably there on the plastic. You're not going to be able to read, but made in Finland. Got a hat going out. Fram. It's a really cool hat. It's foam all the way through, so it's pretty heavy duty and just in beautiful condition, especially for a vintage hat. And got an offer on this that I thought, you know what, that's pretty good. $24.25 plus shipping for that guy. Move on over here, Duck. We had a Whatnot auction last night and have some orders going out for that. So thank you very much. Our Whatnot auction's Monday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, if you want to swing by for the next one. And then Crowded House. You might have seen the short. Picked this up at a vintage market is what it is. Very curated. You know, prices are up. So I paid way too much for this, you know, at least for general flipping purposes. I paid $12 for that album, but I'd sold it before, so I knew I would be able to flip it relatively quickly and make just a small bit. I was just trying to make a little bit of money here, so not a ton of profit okay, because I paid $12 for this album, but it's super, super clean and sold very quickly within a couple days for $19.20 plus shipping. All right, so sales have picked up a little bit. Actually, a couple of nice sales right as I was pulling orders that we're going to be adding to this. And I do have one accepted offer that if they pay will be a nice little payday, but that's sort of the big thing, right? If they pay. We've got a couple of comic books headed out from our big comic buy. Both of these going to the same buyer. We've got a 12-cent cover, World's Finest. We've got the Clayface Superman. And this is number 140. Look at that. We just sold something else. We might tack that on there. Number 140 of World's Finest. $22.39 plus shipping. And then we've got a Detective Comics, again, 12-cent cover. This is number 367. And this one sold for $15.99 plus shipping. So nice little sale there with those two going to the same buyer. A couple of cabinet cards. We haven't sold these in a little bit. And going to two separate buyers. Actually, we've got this lady standing there with her book, looking very serious, as they often do. And this one was an offer that I sent out, $9 plus shipping for that. And then we've got a couple here, maybe a wedding photo, perhaps. I'm not sure. From Tower, Minnesota. Really cool scalloped edges on that. And this one sold for $12 plus shipping. So nice little sale there. Those are easy to ship out. Here we've got Club Sportswear. This is just a vintage windbreaker. And had an offer. I countered and they accepted it. And they paid $16 plus shipping for that. Here's one of them that sold just now. We got another Barbie heading out. I've still got more to list, so hopefully you keep seeing Barbie sales. I actually have a bunch of Ken dolls on auction right now, and they've been getting some action. So hopefully in a few days we'll have a good payday on a lot of Ken dolls. But this is marked from Taiwan, actually, if I remember correctly. This is 1967 Walk Lively Steffi. And I sent out an offer on this morning. Took about $4 off. And they accepted it $44 plus shipping. I've got to check and make sure if I'm obligated to send the stand or not. I don't remember if I put that in the listing. This is the other that, chain reaction. This is the other that we sold just this morning. Autographed photo here, Mick Wingert. He is a voice actor. And this is from League of Legends. And I can't remember this guy's name, but he's this guy. And this pretty nice sale, $38.39 plus shipping. For that, we've got, well, taking a tumble here is Gamora from Guardians of the Galaxy. Cool 12-inch figure. And some of these are worth picking up if you get them for cheap. You know, I mean, a lot of them don't sell for a whole lot. A lot of them don't sell at all. But there are a handful, just like anything else, that do well. And Gamora seems to do fairly well. She sold for $15.79 along with shipping. We've got a duck heading out, our last U.S. Army duck, and it's headed to Kevin. So, Kevin, thank you so much for coming in and picking that up. Back here, we've got another autograph. See, this is from Mortal Kombat. Is what this is. It's from Musetta Vander. And it's not super high dollar, but I accepted an offer on this one of $15 plus shipping. And then the vintage Buttmaster. The Thigh Master sells okay, guys, but so does the Buttmaster. You got to have them both, right? $15.79 plus shipping. And here it is that just sold here. We've got a Caldwell shooting rest. And brand new, still with the tags. This sold for $15.99 plus shipping. So happy with how things have turned around, you know, and just be ready for it, guys. You know, you got to be sort of looking at the long game when you do eBay. You can't look at this day by day or you'll drive yourself nuts. Even week by week sometimes is a little bit too short term. You got to look at this It's the long game. You know, look at it month by month, that sort of thing. We packed up a couple of comic books today. We had a question about that, and so I figured let's throw that on the end here. Somebody had asked how I package up comic books, and now I am not a comic expert. Long way from that. If you want a comic expert, go check out Dom. He's the Primetime Treasure Hunter. He specializes in comics. He's taught me a lot. He's a good friend. Go check out his channel. Lots of really good information on there. But I can tell you how I pack them. Okay, maybe it's right, maybe it's wrong, but I haven't had any troubles doing it this way. Now, I order online. I do the same thing when I mail out vinyl, when I sell records. I order vinyl mailers. Now, you can do it yourself. I prefer to order online. It's a little bit expensive. Those mailers are expensive, but I like saving the time. You can cut these pieces of cardboard out yourself. I just don't want to spend my time cutting cardboard, right? It's annoying to me, so I'm willing to pay a little for my time. Now, when you sell comic books, generally, you want to have them bagged and boarded. All that means is, here's a bag, okay? It's in just a bag, and on the back comes with the board. It just helps protect it and helps keep it from not getting bent. That's step number one. Now, step number two, I usually wrap it in like one layer of bubble. You don't have to. I like doing that. It just gives it an extra layer of protection. And then I put it in between two pieces of cardboard. Okay, so it's going to have the bubble on it and then get sandwiched in between two pieces of cardboard. Okay, so it's not just one. It's got the bag with the board inside, and now it's got cardboard on both sides. This is not going to bend. The worst mailman out there is not going to be able to shove this in a mailbox and bend it. Probably. It's set just a little bit bigger than the comic. See how there's a border on there? And so make sure you get it in the middle, and then you can tape it this side and this side, this side, and this side. Now, if it's just, I don't know, $5 or $10 comic, something like that, you can put this into a mailer. I actually like putting it, I can grab one right here because I have it sitting here. I like put it, these are like 10 by 13 or something, these padded mailers from eBay. It fits really nicely inside there. I like putting it in there sometimes, or you can just put it in a regular poly mailer. Throw the do not bend on the front, you know, if you write that on there. But if it's a higher dollar comic, there is an extra layer of protection that you can get, and it's from right there. It's Gemini Comics. Now, that's the place I actually get these. I order the boards and these from the same place. Okay, and again, these are a little bit expensive, so you want to make sure that you reserve these for your more expensive comics. Or you can cut these out yourself out of sturdy cardboard and put it on both sides and do it that way. Now, these mailers, see, there's all sorts of lines and perforations on this thing. It looks a little bit goofy. All you do, watch this, it's magic. You twist it like that, and you're making a cross. This is going to set with your comic book in the middle of it, and it's going to fold up and over. You tape that. We almost lost our comic. You tape that shut, and then you fold it over and tape it along there, and now you've got a comic mailer. It's going to be well protected in here. Generally, I then put this in a poly bag just to protect it from the elements. So that's what I do. Tape it shut. Then this can go in a poly bag for those higher dollar comics that you want to make sure are super well protected. But generally, as long as you board it on either side and put it in a mailer, you're going to be good. If you've got a way that you do it, if you sell a bunch of comics, if you're a comic dealer, let me know. What am I doing wrong? What could I do better? Or what is it that you do? So, I appreciate you hanging out with me for this one today, guys. I got to get going, but we'll see you next time.